Hello YouTube land, welcome back to another cast, and we have a very special one for you today. In the bottom left, representing Ashes, part of the Risen community, it is 11. A man I believe is at least near Masters. And spawning in the bottom right, it is InNoV, the baby brother of Innovation, the Diamond Innovation. Not the Korean one. This is the baby brother of the NA thrift shop, Dollar General. I have instead of getting a rough like a rucksack, you get a nylon plastic bag. That's the thing right here. But all right, we are just going normal, hatch gas pool. Gonna ×2 this because nothing happens without proxies this early in the game. That one goes to the mineral line. That one goes to the extractor. That one, what are you doing? 11, what are you doing? Alright, a little slow on that, but it's okay. Might have had a little bit of a lag thing or something. Maybe the pizza was burning in the oven. Not entirely sure what happened with that, but it shouldn't be affecting it too much. Factory. Actually, that was... I think that's early. Bunker. Oh my. I'm not sure what InNoV scouted, but that is super defensive. This is almost giving me Turtle Terran vibes. So, 11 trying to dance around the Marines, making InNoV hate life. Of course, InNoV going Marine first did sacrifice the option to have a Reaper Scout, which means if he was getting Ravager rushed, there's a hole in that wall. That's amazing. There is a factory. There is double gas. So, oh, 4 gas. Oh, this is battle cruisers. Like, this is undeniably battle cruisers. Second starport is coming up. Actually, both the starports pretty much starting at the same time. 11's getting an amazing scout. Lair starts immediately. Roach Warren. So it looks like 11's plan is going to be going into some roaches as a counterattack, and then Mass Queen. He saw double starport, but he's not making any spores. There they are. So we just make a spore per base, and then Mass Queen. Seeing that gas count at the timing that we did, and seeing double starport at the same time, I would be remiss in this situation. Lingbane Hydra, but there was a Roach Warren for whatever reason. So maybe a little bit of indecisiveness on 11's part. Not entirely sure what he wants to do. He's looking at this. This Overseer is going to get the Battlecruiser Scout. So making quite a few Hydras, but Hydras are not really that great with their relationship with battle cruisers. And InNoV is actually not sending the double battle cruiser across the map. He's building another starport and just making battle cruisers. Meanwhile, 11 is nearly halfway done with his Spire. As soon as the Spire's up, he can kind of just make Corruptor Viper, and as soon as he gets Corruptor Viper, if there's not really a ground force to speak of, he could just take the whole map. You know, every Zerg is always nervous of Yamatos on their corruptors, but if they get abducted, the Yamatos get interrupted, and that means they can't get the shots off before the corruptors finish them off. They have to teleport immediately after getting abducted. InNoV just being the absolute most turtle he can be. But like I said, you know, these Widow Mines are going to get pretty decent connections. Wasting Yamatos on Hydras, not recommended. Unfortunately for InNoV, the creep is also hitting towards his base, and here comes the Corruptor Ling Hydra. No Viper. Oh, Pathogen Glands. Okay, so he might be going more a fungal / neural route. High sec auto tracking coming up for the Terran, along with 2-2 air. More battle cruisers are going to be in production here, and looks like we're going to be sitting pretty tight for a little bit. Yep, Neural on the way. +3 missiles, armor for +2 armor, and then +1 air carapace. Without any sort of ground, and this is what I was talking about right there. Without Vipers to abduct, the Yamato shots come off basically for free and do take out a good chunk of corruptors. There is a lot of missile turrets happening right now. What is that creep spread? I think the creep moved forward by an inch. Ling run by gonna take care of this these positions, plural, before they could become planetaries. However, this one a little more dug in. Meanwhile, Queen's just pushing that creep onto this position. And this is what happens against Turtle Terrans when Zergs kind of know what they're doing. Is there's a good amount of Corruptor. There's Corruptor Broodlord. If there were Vipers, I would say it's already over. Oh, big fight about to happen. Yamatos, they're ready. He just decided not to fire them. Broodlords are going to come in and they're going to try and deal with the static defense line. And Terran is losing some battle cruisers for free, but honestly, that's okay for 11. He took those Widowmine shots. They do hurt, but oh, here comes the Yamatos. A bunch of Broodlords go down. And Widowmines. Oh, a little bit of drag onto the Infestors. Only one, though, so it's not like any of them died. Bunch of more Broodlords coming in. But there is still no Vipes. You might be like, Drac, I don't need Vipes. Well, that might be true. But they would definitely help out. 4 Vipers and just the rest in Corruptors with what you already have. Oh man, I can see 11 just finishing this game in 2 seconds. Broodlings are pretty good when dealing with this kind of a situation. Here we go. The missile turrets are getting cleared out. And what are the Widow Mines going to do, Terran? Can't do anything. You only have battle cruisers to deal with this situation. More mass Yamatos coming down, but a bunch of them do get knurled. The scan happened, but unfortunately, so many battle cruisers were warped in over a Spore Hydra Corruptor force. Chasing the battle cruisers over to the double planetary and some widow mines, missile turrets. So doesn't really want to push that too hard. But 11 just has bank for days. And while the Terran does have bank for days, the Terran's also not maxed out. Actually kills his own creep tumor. Looks like that was just a mistake though. Just tried to get that one battlecruiser. Unfortunately, don't really just want to like lose battlecruisers. 6 more infestors on the way. Three air, and now just getting started. And honestly, 3/3 corruptors with any kind of spellcaster. Like, I know I've been saying Vipers a lot. I'm a Viper kind of guy in these situations, but even with the infestors, scary business. If you don't respect the... I'm pretty sure range Hydras outrange Widow Mines, but that just seems weird. And now the battle cruiser move command has begun, trying to get rid of any bases that they can. And the all army has engaged. BCs warp back home. Now this is good. This is good by the Terran. You know, just take out as many as you can. Looks like, oh, don't get overconfident. 11 pulls back, doesn't engage over some widow mines and missile turrets. That would have been a big oof. More broodlords coming down. Honestly, it's all he really needs. He does see the move out with the creep-ish, sort of. Looks like InNoV is going to look to see if the base he just killed has been rebuilt yet. We can see it clearly has not been. And it's like one broodlord is taking the fight to the Terran. More broodlord brothers and sisters have arrived, but the battlecruiser move command has once again engaged. But here come the corruptors. And Terran wants to get the hell out of here. He does not want to just... You can't beat that amount of corruptors. Your lucky 11 is showing you mercy. Uh, 11 wants to make sure he can get the kill on this. He's bringing the infestors, but InNoV wisely trying to get out of there before the infestors could arrive. And they're just going to die over the spore field. Many Zergs would like it if their spores could benefit from upgrades, but probably be a little too overpowered. And Terran just slowly trying to meme on 11. Here's the problem. I think he's being overconfident. Battlecruisers might want to help. Just saying. The broodlords are doing what they were designed to do. Take down entrenchments. Alright, here comes the Yamatos, and not all of the corruptors are even engaging. But here we go. Corruptors are coming in now to try and help out. Take out quite a few of the battle cruisers, but the driving force of the army is no longer here. The broodlords did get thinned out quite a bit, but 11's just like, you know what? Screw you. I'm gonna make more. Scan on this just to confirm how in trouble he is. Now you might be like, Drac, InNoV has a lot of supply. He does. He's maxed. But this is Broodlord Infestor against masked battlecruiser Widowmine. Like, I wouldn't even call this Turtle Terran. This is just memes. Real Turtle Terrans get tanks. And the P is coming down onto the bases, but even with the mass Yamato that just happened, doesn't matter. Yeet's right outside of the spore field. Looks like he probably just used the mini-map to do that one. Corruptors take out the last of those BCs. This is a really awkward situation for InNoV. He doesn't have the greatest anti-air, like, turret number around his main and natural. It looks like all his defense was centered in on that one base. So he's just making more and more battle cruisers, hoping that he can somehow get rid of this army. The Yamatos are coming down, but that's not enough anti-air. And I think... Oh no. The spores are going to damage so many of the battle cruisers at this point. And they're all trying to regroup. And this should be the end. There should be a GG here soon, because while 11 lost a similar amount of supply, he's able to remax way faster. I'm not entirely sure how that battlecruiser, like, I-framed a lot of those shots, but looks like the hit came in just in time. And Terran still thinks he has a chance. Terran is going to dig deep. Terran is going to turtle like he has never turtled before. He's going to try to catch a Broodlord with Widow Mines. That was funny. I don't care what anyone says. That whole interaction was funny. There's a couple more broods on the way. The Widow Mine actually kills the Broodlord from earlier. Kind of like the last laugh of the Terran. There's more broods on the way. And 11 has slowly been lowering his count over the course of this game. Ooh, really nice connection though. I think that was a little bit of focus fire. Terran just really just trying to get these battlecruiser numbers up again. But honestly, when you're still making battlecruisers against 3-3 corruptors at 24 minutes into the game, you're in a lot of trouble, mate. More Yamatos, but 11 doesn't care. He now has enough to say, I actually don't care. But he's being very conservative. Honestly, the only thing I would say about 11 at this point is that he needs a killer instinct. If he has just a little bit more of a killer instinct, he would jump on this army. And I think that would end the game a little bit quicker. I'm going to ×2 this because it's taking a minute. Battlecruisers look like they're just kiting long enough to try and get, oh, here we go. Big fight about to happen, and there goes the Terran Armada. This was, that was, you know, Zergs out there, if you ever wanted to know how to make a Terran suffer, that's a good way. Terran's going to try and tech switch into a bio army, which he does not have the upgrades for. Honestly, at this point, 11 could just make drones and show his dominance by making hatcheries and spines in his opponent's face. Eleven's going to take the old base of the Terran. And there's a lot of Lings with +3 Adrenal. Wow. I've seen some Terran believers before. You know, just real... Some people who just dig real deep. This has got to be the most turtley game I have ever seen. Not even turtley, but like believer. Like, you're on 70 supply and your defense consists of turrets and 1 battlecruiser against Broodlord, Corruptor, Infestor. He's not even bothering to try and repair stuff. Like, this has been a slow, methodical game, expertly done by 11, and terribly mishandled by InNoV. And InNoV is just going to try and BM 11 by attacking with SCVs and mules dropping him. But none of the... Okay, one mule made it out of there. But I mean... Come on, mate. Like, those Marines are actually having a hard time killing a Baneling cocoon. That's hilarious. Alright, I'm gonna just speed through this. Nice Bane connections. GG, well played, GG. Wow. That was painful.